Hey everyone, Ryan here at etrailer. Today on our 2019 Honda Fit, we're going to be checking out the Swagman XTC2 tilt platform style bike rack. So first impressions of this on the back of the Fit, I think it's a pretty good matchup actually. You know, this is a more slim style rack, if you will, so it doesn't really look out of place. You know, it's not big and bulky or anything. And it does sit up a little bit higher off the ground, which is good for a vehicle like the Fit, you know, buy a little more ground clearance. But I was really surprised when I first seen this rack that it tilts down and you're able to do that with the bikes on it. Now that's not really an uncommon feature per se, but it is for a more economical type rack like this one here. Usually that tilt away feature is something you really only see on a lot of the more expensive racks, you know. So with this one, it seems like you get a lot of bang for your buck in that regard. But we'll get right into it. I'll show you that. It's pretty convenient, you know, so if you got your stuff loaded up and you need to get into the back of your Honda, you can pull this pin, and you want to, you know, just to be safe, have a hand on the rack here, you know. And you're able to swing this down. It comes down quite a ways. And you have the room that we need to open up our hatch and get anything we might need in and out of the back of our Honda. Something I did notice with our bike and our Fit is the clearance here. So the pedal pretty close to the bumper, you know, I can get my hand in it. But even if I work the bike back and forth, you know, deliberately trying to get it close, we're still in good shape. And of course, this is all going to depend on your particular bike and how it's set up. You have a full-size mountain bike, so really don't get too much bigger than that, but just wanted to point that out. And even if it's close, you know, if you change the positioning of your pedals, you're going to have more than enough room there, not have to worry about any interference or nothing like that. The way the bike's actually to get held down though in the rack is really simple. You have a frame hook here, and you know, you put pressure down on it, and it's going to force the wheels into the cradles, which these are adjustable to accommodate all different types of bikes and wheelbases and everything. And then there's just a couple of straps there for good measure too. So we'll get our bike out of the way actually, and you want to start with the straps. Remove those, and then definitely want to hold on to your bike. All right, and one of the things that's kind of inconvenient, I guess, if you have one bike on it, you know, you are going to have this other frame hook here. I'm just going to take that completely off, and this one you can loosen up. And a lot of people got their own way of getting the bike off. Some people, you know, I guess it depends, you know, on the bike and everything, but some people can just work it out with the center portion up. Some people just lift it up and over if you got a real light bike. What I like to do with these bigger ones especially is I'll take this hook off too, and then the center portion can fold down. So you pull out a little pin, all right, real simple. That'll fold down, and for me it just makes it a lot more manageable. You know, you're not going to have to worry about trying to sneak the bike out of this little spot and scratch your car up or anything like that. Something to think about, you know, when you put this platform rack back here, it's going to extend the overall length of your Honda, you know. And so maybe if you want to have your bikes loaded up ready to go the night before, and you want to be able to pull everything into your garage, you keep it protected. Hopefully this information can help you out a little bit. So on our Honda here today, if you go from our back bumper to the furthest point here, the very end of our rack, that's only going to be about 21 inches. So pretty compact for what this is. And with the Honda being a compact vehicle to begin with, most people will probably be all right, you know, having it set up like this, the bike's on, and still be able to pull into their garage. Now with that in mind, if you want to leave this on the back of your vehicle, even when you don't have your bikes on it, that's perfectly fine. You can do that. It does fold up into what's called more of a suitcase style. All right, so you got these pins here. Pull that out. Probably a good idea to tighten these down. Just put them through there. Same thing with this one here. And so it saves a little bit of space, you know, if you are leaving it on the back of your vehicle. But I really think this is important when you're not using it, right? In the off season or something like that. It's compact, it's lightweight, and small enough to where, you know, if it's wintertime, you can pull this thing off the back of your vehicle and put it in the closet or in storage or something along those lines. The rack is going to be compatible with the 1¼ by 1¼ receiver tube openings like we have here today on our fit, and that's probably going to be the most common type of hitch out there for these Hondas, but there are larger 2" by 2" hitches available for these fits, so if that's what you got, the rack will still work. They give you this sleeve that would go around it and make it compatible with that 2" hitch. So you should be in good shape regardless. It does come with an anti-rattle bolt too, which takes away a lot of the slop and play here in the connection point. Keep in mind, you know, if your rack is unloaded and everything, all these parts are still going to be able to move around a little bit, but if your bikes are on here and everything, you're going down the road, you know, it's pretty stout. You know, it's not going to be clunking around in the back of the hitch, making a bunch of noise back here. Other than that, when it comes down to it, I think it's a pretty good matchup with the fit. You know, being more of a compact type rack, you get, you know, some of those more premier type features for a more economical cost. So not bad, you know. Now for those of you that are looking for something similar to this, but maybe you just want to leave it on the back of your Honda all the time, I think one that kind of has a slight advantage over this is it's made by Hollywood Racks. It's called the Destination, and with that one, it's able to kind of fold up flat, and I feel like it just might be better suited if you plan on leaving it on there for months at a time, you know, and you're out riding pretty consistently and things like that. But that's not to say this one won't work, because it absolutely will, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, other than that, pretty nice rack, and I think that'll about do it for our look at of the Swagman XTC2 tilt platform style bike rack on our 2019 Honda Fit.